As you know from real estate, there are some places that are never for sale.
That's true.
I just sat and watched the entire conversation at the White House yesterday between the American president, Donald J. Trump, and the new Prime Minister of Canada, Mr. Mark Carney. And it was a masterclass on how to talk to a narcissist without triggering their troubling narcissistic and attacking behavior. Now, what he did was so amazing. I wanted to make this video to show you how to talk to a narcissist in case you have a narcissist in your life, or if you happen to be in politics and you want to know how to talk to Donald Trump, and potentially if you're opposing Donald Trump, if you want to know how to disarm him as you're running against him. Because this man demonstrated the two things you need to do to keep him right where you want him and to keep any narcissist right where you want them. The very first thing he did was he acknowledged a hierarchy, and he allowed Donald Trump to think he viewed him higher in the hierarchy every time he spoke. He started almost every sentence off with, "Respectfully, sir." He would, whenever it was his turn to talk, he'd say, "Well, respectfully," because obviously he disagreed with almost every single sentence Donald Trump said. So when Donald Trump said things, he would say, "Well, respectfully," and then he would give his point. Brilliant. Very disarming. He was able to take what we call a one-down approach, which meant he was willing for Donald Trump to think he viewed him as higher than himself. Most people don't have the ego strength to do that. They want to counter the narcissist, and that is right in the narcissist wheelhouse. This man was like, "No, I'm cool with Donald Trump thinking that I think he's higher than me. So respectfully, sir." And then the second thing he did was he complimented him in a very subtle way while making his counterpoint. For example, he said to him, well, he was asked about Canada becoming the 51st state, and he started off, "Respectfully, sir," and then he said, "As I'm sure you know from your time in real estate development, that some places are just not for sale." Donald Trump response, he said, "That's true." Why did he say that? Because he acknowledged you have some expertise because you used to be in real estate development, right? He acknowledged that, the little subtle compliment. And then he said, "Certain places like this building we're in right now, like the White House." Donald Trump's response, "That's true." And then he said, "Another one is Buckingham Palace, a place that you have visited." All of these things are him on purpose, intentionally acknowledging a positive thing that he knows will make Donald Trump feel good before he made his ultimate point, which was something he knew Donald Trump did not want to hear, which was Canada is not for sale. Brilliant. Everyone should take note of the way that this man just spoke to Donald Trump. He just gave the blueprint of everybody that is working with Donald Trump, everybody that needs to oppose Donald Trump, everybody who has a narcissist in their life that you're struggling to work with. This man masterfully was able to control Donald Trump without Donald Trump even knowing it was happening.